Hello everyone, welcome for this new tutorial. Today we'll have a look on how to wrap and handle. So we have a sword here and we would like to add a strip here. And to do so, we'll just focus on here the several examples I did find on internet there. So we have here the one spiral style, let's say. Okay, and here we have the double spiral that cross themselves. So yeah, we will try to make there's two styles, and here we have the spiral that come across like that too. Okay, so let's have a look on this. And first of all, let's focus on the objects we have into our blend file. So this blend file will be available into a link into the description, and into this blend file you will find here a collection, okay, that is a sword, and with a blade object, okay, and an handle object. And this handle, we will use it as a base to build our strip around the handle. Okay, so let's duplicate this with Shift D in object mode here. Okay, and I will just disable the two other objects. So I will disable the blade, the handle, and I will rename my handle here. Okay, and let's call it target, because it will be the target of our modifier later. So I will just rename it like that, and we will use a modifier. It will be the shrink wrap modifier to build a spiral around it. And for this we don't need here this part and this part, so we want only the centered part here. And to do so, I will just go in front view here, and with numpad 5 to be sure that I'm in front orthographic here, and I will go into edit mode with tab. I will deselect everything and go into wireframe mode with Z shortcut, and with B now I will just select what I need to remove. Okay, so with B 2 times box selection, I will just select the two parts here, and now I can just with X remove the faces. Like this, I keep there's vertices here that I will need, and now I can come back to solid with here Z shortcut. You can see the shortcuts here that I use, and here I can just with Alt left click extrude into the Z axis, just to have a kind of starting point and ending point. This part will be hidden inside the sword, and this is what we want. So we'll make an extrusion like that and an extrusion like that. Like this, this part here and this part here will be hidden inside the handle. Okay, you can see that it goes inside there and there, and like this we can start the spiral inside from the inside of the object and end it inside the object, and like that it will match perfectly the inside of the handle. Okay, so let's continue the process of modeling, and for this we will just add a plane. And we go into object mode. We are sure that our cursor is in the center. We just make Shift C in case, and we just do now Shift A mesh plane. Now we will have a plane object here. Okay, so I come back in front view now, and now with tab I will go into edit mode and make a RX 90 degrees, and with GX now I can put my plane here. Okay, so what I can do now, I can just select these two here vertices, and I will remove them. Like this, I have only two vertices, and with these two vertices we will make our object. So let's go ahead, and with the modifiers we can do that. This is the power of modifiers now. So let's go here in add modifiers. Now we want a screw. So this screw here, we will manage here. There's two options. So you will see the screw Here, by default, it makes a complete revolution here, 360 degrees with 16 steps, and we will keep these parameters here like it is, but we will just change the screw and the iteration there. So the screw makes a spiral effect, okay? And you can see here the spiral effect. So now I can increase the iteration like that, and if I watch it into wireframe, you can see that now it creates a spiral, okay, and continues over and over. So perfect. And you can change this number as you need. So first of all, let's go there, and with the in front view, with the two vertices selected, we can just scale down and move into the x-axis and move into the z-axis to be sure that it starts well in the beginning here. Okay, so now we have something not that bad, but I would like that my spiral cross, that my strip cross itself like it is here. Okay, like that. You can see that here it makes the job like that. So what we will do for that, we will just increase a little the size with GZ, okay, and we will maybe put a screw factor less, something like that will be okay. As you can see, now it crosses itself like this, and this is what I want for the first tile. I want to achieve this tile here, okay? So let's continue and increase the iteration number until we go on top there. And when we are on top like that, we can just maybe it's a little, no, it will be okay like that. So now we can add another modifier, and this modifier will be here a solidify modifier. A solidify modifier, not a solidify modifier, sorry, a shrink wrap modifier. So the shrink wrap modifier will just glue everything into the target. So let's select the target, and the target is our target. And as you can see now in wireframe view, you can see that our object is totally wrapped into the other. So that's exactly what we want. So that's it for that one. No more parameters to change. So we can just put it like this, hide it a little, and add a modifier here, and it will be a solidify, this one. So let's have a look into solid mode. And for the solidify, you have two parameters that we will change. It's the thickness here and the offset. The offset manage if the thickness goes outside or inside the object. Me, I would like outside, so I will put an offset like this, and I manage after just the thickness to be sure to have not something too thick or something, yeah, something like this should be good. And after I will add another modifier, and this modifier will be a subdivision surface. And as you can see now, we have something like this. But you can notice that now the strip doesn't cross itself too much. So to manage this, I can just subdivide here the two vertices I have by just make a right click and make a subdivide. I will subdivide it 2 times. And like this, I have 2 other vertices. And by managing here, there's 2 vertices, I can, with GZ, okay, I can manage here, as you can see, the angle of the sharpness, let's say, of the border of the strip. As you can see now, it's really sharper than before. Okay, so you can manage this more these 2 vertices are close, more is sharp, as you can see. Okay, I will show you maybe like that, it will be better. And more they are far, less it's sharp. Okay, and I will even put a subdivision at 2 like this. You can really see it well. Okay, you can see that you can manage it like that. Okay, so when you have a quite good result and that everything is okay, now you can tell, okay, I would like just to have this kind of shape that the strip goes over the other, and over the other, and that makes this shape like that. And for now it's impossible because the object is wrapped. So we'll have to do that, we will have just to duplicate this object to keep this instance in case. So kind of backup. And to do this, so we will go into object mode, we will select this one, we will call it strip1. Okay, we will duplicate it with Shift D, and this one, the strip1 001, we will call it strip1 backup. Okay, good. So this one we keep it somewhere, we just hide it because we will not use it. For now, we just keep it as a backup. So okay, we have that one. Now we will have to just apply this modifier, apply the second one, and apply the third one. And like this, we will have access to all the geometry of the mesh, the generated mesh. And this will help us to create something that has a better shape. Okay, so let's select here the loop that we want, and I think it's that one. We just activate here the connected here proportional editing, okay? And with the S Shift Z, we will just manage that as we want. So if you take the lower loop like I did, you will have this effect, okay? And it will be like that, not far from what we want. And if you make Ctrl Z a few times, okay, and select the high loop here, the higher loop, so you will make S Shift D and make the same. Maybe not that one, somewhere, it's not that one too. As it crosses itself, sometimes it's difficult to see where is the good one. Okay, it's that one. And now I can increase a little the proportional editing to be sure that I have something nice and beautiful. So I will come into my connected again, S Shift Z, okay. And now as you can see, I have something nice. Okay, this is the effect that I want. So now I have my first one, okay. Now if I can just hide the target here and put my handle and my blade back, and everything should be okay. As you can see here, you can have it can go a little outside, so in that case you just make a bool tool or something to cut the object, but more or less you can see that the effect is here and works pretty well. Okay, so this is the first one that we did achieve. Now I would like to show you another example, so more something like this one. So let's go ahead. That one, I will just put it into another layer and I will organize new collection like that. So I will put it with M into a new collection. So this collection will be strip1. Okay, and like this I can show it or hide it like I want. Okay, good. And now I would like just to take my strip1 backup, put it back and select it back. And I would like to manage it differently. So I would like something thinner. So to make it thinner, I just come here and I just manage my vertices like this. I just disable that, okay. And with GZ, as you can see, I can make something thin, like so. Really easy to make. Okay, maybe I can increase a little the screwing to have less. to have less iterations. And now I can just hide the shrink wrap just to show where it goes. Okay, and I will just enable the target again and the blade like that. Okay, good. So I will just disable the shrink wrap like this. I see where it goes here, so I can just disable some iterations there until we have something good like this. It's not bad. Okay, so as you can see, it works well. And now we would like just to cross itself like this. And to make this, it's quite easy actually. You just take your object, you just duplicate it with Shift D, right click, and enable it. Okay, it will be better. And now just with SX in object mode -1, you will have two strips like that. Okay, so if I deselect everything, okay, it works. But as you can see here, it crosses itself, and this one goes under, this one goes over. And to do this kind of effect, we just take the modifier that we had, the solidify modifier, and we just decrease that one a little, and take that one and increase it a little. And now it crosses itself. So very easy effect to make, just like that, and you will have another style of wrapping. So like this, you can just another time take these two, and I will just duplicate them again. And with M, I will put them into a new collection. This collection will be strip 2, let's say. Okay. And yeah, this one has to go there too, please. Yeah, I want to put it into strip 2. And like this, I can just rename it to be clear. This one is strip 2. And this one is strip 2.1, let's say. Good. Opa. Okay, good. So now we have the possibility, when I hide everything and show the blade and all the rest, I have the possibility to put this style of wrapping or another style with that one. Okay. So we have our two wrappings. Now I would like to show you another, and how it's easy now when you have this system to modify them very quickly. So if you take the strip 1 backup, and I will just call them strip 2, strip 3, and strip 3.1. Okay, good. So I will just enable them. And now I would like just to manage it differently, to make something that are more close to each other. So first of all, I will go in edit mode, and in front view, I will just select these two vertices here and put it up a little to have something a little thicker. And I will do the same for his brother as well. Good. And now I will just have to manage here the screw modifier to have something that match well what I want. So if I want something with a less screw effect, okay, something like that can be good. Nice. I just can now increase the number of iterations. Okay, and remember what I have more or less, how much I have. maybe I can screw a little more and put less iterations. Something like this is good. Perfect. So let's say I have 1 here, 1.03, okay, if you want it, good. And I take the same. Here for this one, and I increase the number of iterations until I have the effect I want, okay? So what is good with this technique is that you can really just make it directly, and it's just parameters. So nothing that you don't save. You don't have to make any backup for this technique. It goes really quick. And something else too, if you move a little into the, for example, here we have this crossing in front of us, okay, we have the cross here like that. But if I take that one and move it down or move it up, we will have another, we will have something different, okay? So you can see that now the crossing is on the side. So it can be another example of what you can do with this kind of technique, okay? So this one, there's 2 here. Finally, we will put it in another layer, new collection, okay? We will call it strip 3. Perfect. And now we have the possibility to put the style that we want here with strip 1. We can enable strip 1, okay? I can just make S-Shift-Z a little to put it, yeah, I prefer it like that. Okay, so we have strip 1 here, we have strip 2 that we can enable, and we have strip 3 that we can enable. And you have different styles that works perfectly with an handle. This technique works with curved handles as well. And if you want to see a little more of these techniques, I really recommend you to have a look on my full training about sword creation. So I will put a link into the description, and like this you will can see a little more all of these techniques. So that's it for this tutorial. Have a good day.